Welcome back. Today, we're comparing Israel's power to every country in the Middle East. We've gathered the data: military budgets, armies, economies, and technology. This is a data-driven head-to-head showdown. Who has the most tanks, the best fighter jets, the biggest economy, and the most advanced tech? By the end, you'll see the real power dynamics in this complex region. We'll rank them, compare them, and you'll be the judge. Let's dive in. Let's start with Israel, a nation that consistently punches above its weight on the global stage. It's a small country, geographically speaking, but a giant in innovation and defense. This tiny nation has transformed itself into a technological and military powerhouse. With a $24 billion defense budget, a significant portion of their GDP, Israel invests heavily in advanced military tech, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible in defense. Take, for example, the Iron Dome and Merkava tanks, symbols of Israeli ingenuity and self-reliance in defense manufacturing. Their air force, packed with customized F-35S, the most advanced fighter jets in the world, and F-16S, battle-tested and constantly upgraded, is consistently ranked among the world's best, ensuring air superiority in a volatile region. Israel's not just buying weapons. They are not simply consumers of military technology. They're making them better, adapting them to their unique needs and developing cutting-edge systems of their own. Beyond the military, Israel is a tech powerhouse, a global hub for innovation and entrepreneurship. Silicon Wadi rivals Silicon Valley for startups, attracting investment and talent from around the globe. Their $520 billion GDP, a testament to their economic dynamism, driven by innovation in sectors ranging from cybersecurity to biotechnology, fuels both economic and military strength, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and security. Intelligence agencies like Mossad, renowned for their daring operations and global reach, give Israel a strategic edge, providing critical information for decision-making. Knowing what adversaries plan before they act, allowing them to anticipate and neutralize threats. Israel's power triangle, high-tech military, constantly evolving to meet new challenges, robust economy, providing the resources to invest in defense and innovation, elite intelligence, gathering and analyzing information to protect the nation's interests. They've proven quality beats quantity, demonstrating that technological superiority and strategic thinking can overcome numerical disadvantages, making them one of the world's most formidable nations, pound for pound, a force to be reckoned with on the global stage. Now let's see how they stack up against their first competitor in the region. Next, we turn our attention to Saudi Arabia, a nation synonymous with vast deserts, rich traditions, and of course, oil. It stands as the Middle East's undisputed oil giant, a kingdom built upon seemingly endless reserves of black gold. The very landscape is dotted with the infrastructure that fuels the world. With a staggering GDP of over $1.1 trillion, Saudi Arabia's economic power is undeniable. This immense wealth allows them to exert considerable influence on the global stage. Their wealth is fundamentally built on massive oil reserves, the largest proven reserves in the world. This natural resource has shaped their destiny and continues to drive their ambitions. Their colossal $75 billion military budget dwarfs that of Israel, reflecting their commitment to regional dominance and security. This substantial budget funds fleets of advanced F-15 fighter jets, providing them with significant air power capabilities. They also possess formidable attack capabilities with their Apache helicopters, and their ground forces are equipped with state-of-the-art Abrams tanks, providing a powerful armored presence. On paper, their military is undeniably formidable, boasting impressive hardware and manpower. However, real-world effectiveness is still developing, as they continue to refine their training and operational capabilities. Saudi Arabia's primary strength lies in its sheer scale and immense spending power, allowing them to acquire advanced weaponry and project influence. But their heavy reliance on oil is a double-edged sword, making them vulnerable to fluctuations in the global market. When oil prices experience a significant drop, so too does their economic clout, impacting their ability to fund ambitious projects and maintain their regional influence. To mitigate this risk, Vision 2030 aims to diversify the economy into sectors like tourism and technology. This includes ambitious projects like Neom, a futuristic city designed to attract investment and drive innovation. When comparing Saudi Arabia to Israel, it's essential to consider their distinct strengths and weaknesses. Saudi Arabia possesses significant financial resources and a larger military force in terms of sheer numbers. In contrast, Israel boasts cutting-edge technology and a wealth of combat experience honed through decades of conflict. Ultimately, it's a question of quantity versus quality, a classic strategic dilemma. It boils down to financial might versus technological innovation, two very different approaches to achieving security and influence. So, who ultimately wins in this complex equation? It depends entirely on what you value most in the modern geopolitical landscape. Now, let's turn our attention to Iran, a nation that has truly mastered the art of influence and asymmetric power projection in the Middle East. They've become a key player in the region's complex geopolitical landscape. For decades, crippling sanctions have been imposed, forcing Iran to become self-reliant and build its own domestic military industry from the ground up. This has allowed them to circumvent restrictions and develop their own capabilities. Their $413 billion GDP, while significant and seemingly modest $10 billion official military budget, don't tell the whole story. These figures hide their real strength, which lies in their extensive regional influence and network of allies. Iran strategically projects power through well-funded and trained proxies like Hezbollah in Lebanon, effectively extending its reach and influence far beyond its own borders, across the entire Middle East. Their massive army, over 600,000 strong, is a force to be reckoned with, and it relies heavily on sheer numbers and the implementation of unconventional, asymmetric tactics. While much of their conventional hardware, like tanks and planes, is admittedly outdated, their missile and drone programs are surprisingly cutting-edge, representing a significant investment and area of focus. Iran's domestically produced drones are increasingly exported to allies and have even found their way to Russia, making them a serious and evolving threat to regional stability. Their extensive missile arsenal is designed to overwhelm enemy defenses and strike deep into enemy territory with devastating accuracy. Furthermore, Iran's controversial nuclear ambitions have the potential to dramatically shift the balance of power in the region overnight. In contrast, Israel relies on its precise and high-tech military capabilities, while Iran focuses on widespread influence and disruptive military strategies. While Iran simply can't compete with the advanced capabilities of Israel's Air Force, it possesses the ability to create chaos and instability on multiple fronts simultaneously. In this complex environment, power is not solely defined by military might, but also by influence and the capacity for disruption. Asymmetric warfare and soft power projection are key components of Iran's overall strategy. Turkey, where Europe meets Asia and power meets strategy. Controlling the Bosphorus Strait, Turkey holds a key global trade route. As NATO's second-largest military, Turkey boasts over 425,000 active personnel and a growing domestic defense industry. Their Bayraktar drones have changed modern warfare, and they're building their own jets and ships. This self-sufficiency gives Turkey independence few in the region have. With a $900 billion GDP, Turkey is an economic powerhouse, but inflation and instability are challenges. Turkey's military is large and expeditionary, projecting force in Syria, Iraq, and Libya. Compared to Israel, Turkey has scale and reach. Israel has tech and precision. Both have strong defense industries, but Turkey's power is more about numbers and regional influence. Egypt, historic, populous, and strategically vital. With 110 million people, Egypt has the region's largest manpower pool. Its military, nearly 500,000 strong, is equipped with U.S. hardware, Abrams tanks, F-16s, and a powerful navy. But effectiveness and tech sophistication lag behind Israel's. Egypt's $476 billion GDP is stretched thin by its huge population and economic challenges. Foreign aid helps, but poverty and unemployment limit military modernization. Egypt's focus is internal stability and border security, not high-tech warfare. Israel's edge technology, innovation, and combat experience. Egypt has numbers. Israel has quality and tactical superiority. The UAE, small in size, huge in ambition. Once known for oil and luxury, the UAE now boasts a $500 billion diversified economy. They're investing in finance, tourism, and tech, aiming to be the Middle East's business hub. Their military, dubbed Little Sparta, is small but elite, with top-tier gear and a growing domestic defense industry. The UAE isn't afraid to use its power, active in Yemen, Libya, and with bases in Africa. They've normalized relations with Israel, forming a new strategic alliance. Both nations are wealthy, tech-driven, and militarily advanced. Israel leads in innovation and combat experience, but the UAE is catching up fast. The UAE proves a small, focused nation can become a major player. Iraq, once a regional powerhouse, now rebuilding from decades of conflict. In the 1980s, Iraq's army was massive and battle-hardened. Today, war and instability have left the country fractured. Iraq's $297 billion GDP relies almost entirely on oil, making it vulnerable to price swings. The military is focused on counter-terrorism, lacking advanced air and naval power. Internal divisions and foreign influence hinder unity and strategy. Iraq's potential is huge, but political instability holds it back. Compared to Israel, Iraq is resource-rich but lacks stability, tech, and cohesion. It's a cautionary tale of how quickly power can fade. Qatar, tiny but a global influencer thanks to natural gas. With the world's third-largest gas reserves, Qatar's GDP per capita is among the highest. Instead of a massive army, Qatar wields soft power, Al Jazeera, diplomacy, and global investments. Their air force is well-equipped, but the army is small and defensive. Hosting the largest U.S. base in the region is their ultimate security guarantee. Qatar invests billions worldwide, making itself indispensable. Their strategy, be too important to ignore or attack. Israel builds hard power, Qatar builds influence and connections, both succeed but in very different ways. Jordan, stable, strategic, and skilled in diplomacy. Lacking oil or tech, Jordan's power is its reliability and alliances. Its military is small but professional, focused on border security and counter-terrorism. Jordan's economy is modest, heavily reliant on foreign aid. Its most important relationship is with Israel. Peace, security, cooperation, and intelligence sharing. Jordan acts as a buffer and stabilizer in a volatile region. Its strength isn't in firepower but in survival and partnership. Compared to Israel, Jordan isn't a rival but a crucial ally. In the Middle East, stability is power. And Jordan has mastered it. Kuwait, defined by survival and strategic alliances. After Iraq's 1990 invasion, Kuwait rebuilt with a focus on defense and partnership. Oil wealth gives Kuwait a strong economy and one of the world's top sovereign wealth funds. Their military is modern but defensive, designed to hold out until allies arrive. The U.S. presence is their ultimate deterrent. Kuwait isn't a direct player in regional conflicts, but it's a key part of Gulf security. Its power is about survival, prosperity, and alliances, not projection. Compared to Israel, Kuwait is stable and wealthy, but focused on defense, not dominance. We've compared 10 major players each with unique strengths. Israel stands out for its high-tech military, innovation economy, and intelligence. But Saudi Arabia's wealth, Iran's influence, and Turkey and Egypt's scale all matter. Power here is a chess match. Money, armies, tech, and alliances all count. Which country surprised you most? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more epic comparisons. See you in the next video.